Oh God, was it? Oh, thank God. It was just a nightmare that a lot of guys face. But today we're gonna talk about how you can keep your hair and prevent it from falling out. And I'm also gonna go over some natural ways for you to get it back. So this video is for you guys out there that have not started to go bald or lose your hair and you don't want to. It's also for those of you who have started to thin or notice a little bit of receding, or that you're getting thinner or you're losing your hair and you wanna get your hair back naturally, because that's the thing that we're gonna focus on in today's video. There are some proven natural things that you can do and methods in order to keep the hair that you have, prevent it from falling out, but also get the hair to grow again. So the first thing you need to focus on is your shampoos and conditioners. You've got to make sure that you eliminate the sulfates and paraffins, all right? These bad boys that are in a lot of the cheap, low quality shampoos and conditioners destroy your hair because it basically destroys protein. You've got to start looking for that sulfite and paraffin free when you're actually choosing a shampoo or conditioner, because not only does it destroy the protein in your hair, it actually increases inflammation of the scalp. Inflammation is one of those things that also basically speeds up hair loss. Anytime anything increases inflammation in the body, it's bad. It's bad for your body for a lot of reasons. Inflammation is terrible. And like I said, paraffins and sulfites increase the inflammation of your scalp. I'm gonna talk about some ways to reduce it in a second, all right? Second thing you can do is use a scalp massager. A scalp massage brush or a shampoo brush with these soft rubber bristles, this is something that you should be using in the shower every time you shampoo, all right? The reason is because it's gonna bring blood to the surface and to the hair, all right? The more blood carrying nutrients, the better you're gonna be, the healthier your hair, and the more it's going to basically limit the amount that it falls out. This also helps to remove any dead buildup that's on your scalp, keeping your scalp healthier. Number 3 is a hair multivitamin, all right? The one that I take is this. It's from the company Nutrafol. I've been taking this for a long time. It has a lot of nutrients that basically are shown to help stimulate hair growth and reduce hair from falling out, and it's completely natural. The downside to this is it's expensive, all right? It's about $100 a month, which is expensive, and the main nutrient that really is responsible for hair health is biotin, all right? Taking a biotin supplement every single day is the micronutrient that you should be taking if you really want to see a difference in terms of your hair. Also, zinc is another important one. There are a lot of important ones, but those two are really the ones that make a huge difference. The next thing we got to talk about is microneedling. You've seen the microneedling, right? It's these little rollers that basically cause small little punctures in your scalp. Once again, it's about blood flow. Microneedling also activates growth factors like IGF-1 that's basically going to help your hair follicles regenerate. All right, now in terms of how often, only about once a week you should be rolling. The next thing you can do to stimulate hair growth is reduce the amount of seed oils you're consuming, specifically soy and sunflower, the ones that contain omega-6, all right? Omega-6 basically increases inflammation and damages your hair. It also basically stunts the anagen phase of the hair growth process. Instead, increase the amount of omega-3 fat that you're actually consuming, which is great for reducing inflammation, not to mention just fueling hair growth. Omega-3 is found in avocados, salmon, and a lot of nuts. Next up is apply some type of natural hair growth serum or oil, all right? I'm gonna link to this one down below. It's the one that I created when I started going down the rabbit hole of hair regrowth and basically preventing hair loss naturally, all right? I basically found over 20 different nutrients that are really amazing in terms of boosting hair growth, reducing inflammation, and just giving your follicles what it needs in order to basically stop hair loss. I created this formula. It took 9 months, but my hair, if you notice, has never been thicker, it's never been fuller. This stuff is amazing. Number 1 ingredient, rosemary oil. There was this amazing study that was done that basically took guys that were losing their hair. Half the group used minoxidil 2%, the other half rosemary oil. And what they found over 6 months is that the rosemary oil was just as effective at stimulating hair growth and also reducing DHT. And so when I saw this study, I was super excited. And so I used rosemary oil. I combined it with a bunch of other amazing ingredients. I worked with the lab lab to really help me like dial in the perfect formulation and serum. Biotin, it is horsetail extract, not like from like the real horsetail, like it's also an herb, all right? Not to mention nettle extract, which also reduces 5-alpha reductase. Some other ones, all right? Vitamin D, amazing for hair growth. Tea tree oil, castor oil, peppermint oil, argan oil. We've also put aloe vera in this formula to help soothe the scalp, reduce inflammation. Guys, this formula is unbelievable. And the price? $35. But there's a discount code down below. And this bottle will literally last you about a year. All right, as opposed to something like a Nutrafol, $100 a month, or some of these other medications, right? 35 bucks, it'll last you literally a year. When you use this, the way that you use it, you basically part your hair, and wherever you want to boost that hair growth, all right, you just apply 2 little drops, maybe 3, and then work it in and massage it. The best time of day to use this is at night before you go to bed, a few drops. I personally use it twice a day because it also is incredible at hydrating your hair as well. And so I'll use it out of the shower, a few drops, a few different places, all right? Also my beard, massage it in, and then I style my hair like normal, guys. My hair has never been healthier, thicker, or sexier. Guys, if you want to check out Boost, I'm going to link to it down below. The next thing you can do that's naturally going to help your hair grow and be better is reduce chronic stress. Cortisol. Right? You guys have all heard of cortisol. Cortisol is like this stress hormone, and it's terrible for your body, but it's also terrible for your hair. When you're stressed out, it actually increases the amount of hair shedding. Reduce cortisol levels, and you're gonna be healthier. You're also gonna feel better. Sleep is another thing. If you're not getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night, your hair is not gonna be as healthy as possible. When you sleep, this is when your body is repairing itself, including your hair and your hair follicles. All right? If you're not sleeping well enough, it's going to reduce your growth hormone factor. It's also going to basically increase your cortisol level. And like we talked about, cortisol is bad. Something else that you can do, guys, is use a cooler temperature when drying your hair. One of the things that damages your hair is using a lot of high heat, whether or not it's in the shower, which is also going to dry out your hair, dry out your scalp, but also using hot heat when you're actually drying it with a hair dryer. Using an ionic hair dryer is going to be a lot healthier for your hair. It also is going to be better if you actually reduce the temperature and don't go super high heat. And when you're drying, guys, hold the dryer a little bit away from your hair as opposed to like super direct on it, because you could potentially burn your scalp and your hair. A few other natural DHT blockers that are awesome: saw palmetto, pumpkin seed oil. All right, those two, great for blocking DHT. All right, there was one study that basically showed if you supplement pumpkin seed oil orally, it actually showed that they had a 40% increase in the follicle density after 24 weeks. And that's something else we just got to talk about. When you start any type of hair treatment, you got to understand it's going to take time. You know, the medications take time, the natural options take time as well. Some of these solutions are like an immediate fix, unlike a hair transplant. But even with a hair transplant, when you actually do it, your hair will fall out and then regrow, all right, typically. And that's one of the things a lot of people don't know before they get a hair transplant. They implant basically the follicle, but then the hair, it falls out and then it starts to regrow. And in a few months, you start to see like little sprouts starting to happen. But once again, it takes time, all right? The other medications, they take time. The natural options, it takes time. And it takes you being consistent with it. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to share my experience and basically what I have done in order to stop my hair from falling out and also get my real hair back. And a lot of people, whenever I tell this story, they're like, "You never lost your hair." Fuck you. Yes, I did, or I was starting to. And that's the thing. I was starting to, but I stopped it. The sooner you catch it, the sooner you do something about it, the sooner you don't have anything to worry about, and the sooner you can basically get your hair awesome again. For me, I noticed it. I look at myself with these videos like every day. And so when I started to see little tiny changes, or when I started to see more hair in the sink or on my pillow, I took action, period. And because I did, I basically got my hair back, and my hair has never, ever looked better. Guys, bottom line is this: hair loss, it sucks. It's a confidence killer, but it's optional. I should say what you do about it is optional.